everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. I am going to do a card for you that's super pretty. It's really elegant, and it is one of your free choices out of this year's summer celebration, the first time we've ever had a summer celebration. So I'll show you in a second the set that I'm going to do. But before I do that, by the time this video posts, because I'm on a video making spree, so I know it right now there's a few days, but by the time this is up, you will just have a day or two left to register for my online Peaceful Cabin class. You'll really want to do this. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's just 4 projects. I know when you see the a stamp bundle in the catalog, it's just, you'll see something like this, overtly winter. It's very wintry. It's very black and white. But we won't be doing all winter cards in the class. We won't be doing all summer cards. We'll do a nice little mix. So both of these cards are already up on my channel. They're not ones that we'll be doing. So when you do my online classes, there's usually several ways that you can choose to participate. One is to get the full bundle. That's usually your best value because I throw in some freebies and you get some extra goodies. So you get the stamps, the dies, if there's dies or punches, whatever the class is. In this one, you get some embossing powder, which we are using today on today's project. You get some blending brushes in this class, and then you get the supplies to make the 4, like the cardstock, the embellishments, the ribbon, whatever we need to make those 4 cards, it will be included. Then you can opt just to get the cardstock supplies, like the cards, the embellishments, the ribbons, or you can just get the videos. So those are the 3 options for this class. All online. You have the access to the videos for at least a year. So that will be closing on August 6th, the registration for that. And then the class takes place in mid-August. And then opening at the end of the week is my Penguin Place class. Again, it's wintry feel, but like this card right here, not at all wintry. It does have some birthday sayings. So probably 3 of the cards in the 4 of this online class will be wintry themed or Christmas themed. Probably 1 Christmas, 2 winter, and then 1 birthday. I haven't designed it yet, but that's what I'm thinking. So that one is open. One of the celebration choices for that matches this is penguin paper. So let me show you that. That's why I have moved this to August, because I don't want the paper to be gone and I don't want the punch to go on back order before the paper is no longer available. So that's why we're doing that class soon. So again, once it opens, you'll have about 10 days to register. I'm going to start shortening my registration times to hopefully get some back order issues taken care of. The last 2 times when I did the expressions in ink and then my peaches, both times we've waited a humongously long amount of time for some of the product to arrive. So I'm going to try to shorten that up and take care of that. So this is our free celebration catalog. Everything in it is free with either a $50 or $100 purchase. You can spend $50 or $100 as many times as you want between now and the end of September. It doesn't accumulate though. It has to be in that order. So every time you order, make sure you are at $50 or $100 increments. If you spend $250, then you get 5 things, or however it divides up between that. I am going to be using the Delicate Dahlias, which is a $100 choice, and it's because anytime we have a really intricate etched stamp, those tend to cost more, and this has a lot of stamps in it. And you're going to see it in a minute. And the images are a lot bigger than this. So when I tend to stamp, a lot of people ask me if I get my ideas from the catalog. I try not to, like, I look, like when we got this, we could flip through it on the computer, but I try not to look at the samples. And then when I did this card, like, mine doesn't look anything like these at all, which doesn't surprise me because it's a flower and mine is not. Mine's in metal. But the samples in here are really cute. It's a beautiful stamp set. It is free with $100. So here's the stamp set. Again, the images are larger than what they appear. They're 90% is what it says here, and it's a 2-step, but it doesn't have to be. This is beautiful on its own, which I'm going to show you, and then obviously you can color these in without 2-stepping them. I am going to 2-step it, which almost makes me a little bit sad because this was so pretty before I 2-stepped it. So I'm going to get some scrap paper because we are going to do some embossing. Heat embossing, and then you can see here's my metal colors. So this is the new silver metallic pack, and you get all of these in one packet in the holiday catalog. So we have this kind of pewter here, and it has this really lovely texture in it, and then more traditional dry brush silver, and then I don't know, maybe that one's not pewter, maybe that, I don't know, that's more of a metal, maybe that's pewter. No, this one almost has a purple tinge to it. If you put it with purple cardstock, I think it might really pull that out. Well, let's see. Yeah, kind of when you tilt it. It's a really beautiful pack. And coppers tend to be my favorite metal, and then golds, and then silver, but the look of these together have really won me over. And then I have smoky slate, basic gray, and another smoky slate. So let's do this. I'm gonna do this little tag first because I do have my windows open, and you'll hear the cicadas because it's summer in Indiana, well, August in Indiana, and that's the noise that we get. So most of you, if you watch me very often, especially in the winter, hear it's like right on cue. It's like I'm a Disney princess or something, and I can get the insects stacked when I want them. So if you watch me in the winter, my cats often appear on my table, and Sibby, my girl cat, is as sweet as a cat could possibly be, but she is a cicada slayer. There's nothing she likes to do more than go in the backyard this time of year and kill herself some cicadas. So right now she spends lots of her time sitting in the window because they only go out if I go out. So I have basic gray ink. These really intricate stamps work much better if you stamp on one of our piercing pads, and these are in the back of the catalog. So I'm just going to stamp here and then press firmly, and you can because you have this, and then that makes sure you pick up all those lovely variations of color. You can already see what it's going to do with all those colors, and that's what I meant by a deeply etched stamp. So look, is that not just beautiful? Like, you could just do those in different colors on some note cards and give those as a gift, because that's worth the price of nothing for your free stamp right there. And then I'm gonna take the leaves and just they're kind of tricky to kind of figure out where to go. And again, while the leaves don't have all that depth of texture, look how well they stamp. And if you find that sometimes when you use a really intricately cut stamps that they're not stamping well, there's two reasons. Either your ink pad is brand new and there's way too much ink, which can be an issue, or it's too dry, which is more often the issue, and you need to re-ink it. But be careful when you re-ink it. You don't want to put so much then that you make it too wet. But a lot of the time it's that you need some spongy under you. And these pads are in the back of the catalog. They're like $5. So I don't often use them when I record because I like my pretty table to show. Well, it's not that pretty because, you know, it has all the gunge on it for me having to clean it all the time. Then I'm going to pull out one of the little words, and I love the font in this set. And this says, "Oh, so happy for you." And here's the secret. I don't like to use these when I use words because people have a tendency to rock them. So I usually move that when I'm going to use my words. So there you go, because the words will press fine, and if you have that and you press hard, then sometimes you rock it and you don't want that shadow on there. So I have the windows open. I started to say that it can be a little bit muggy, and I want this to be all the way dry before we emboss it. So let's go on to the next step, move that aside. I should have made a second one and had a little cheat to the side, but I didn't think ahead. So I'm going to take these. I do one of these every year since we've had well, every catalog that has one of the 3 packs of foil. So I have a tree one with the copper. I have a shell one with the rose ones. What other ones do I have? Because they're beautiful, and it takes no artistic ability. It just takes the ability to lay some paper in here straightly. And with this new timber one, it doesn't even, you don't even have to lay straight, because the timber will hide any imperfections on the trees, and especially the shells. Like, you wanted the pattern to match up. This new timber, you just put it in here and smash those down. And I'm going to take this over here. You need the gray embossing, the gray plate. I guess it's the plate. My gray medicine. It's a plate. The gray top. Is it a plate? Not a plate? I don't know. The gray thing that goes on the top. So let's roll this through, and then just be prepared to do your ooh and ah, because every year when I do these cards, If you haven't seen the pink and the copper, and I know there's a third one, there's a gold one, but I can't remember what it is. Trees, shells, something else. But look how pretty that is. And then when you line them up, so see what I mean? That the bark doesn't have to go next to each other, because if the pattern doesn't match up, nobody is going to notice that. Now we're going to go back to our Dahlia, and I have the big label out of the seasonal labels, which I have done a quick Christmas card with the stamps that come with this. So see how this is a nice giant label. You'll be able to fit lots of your designs on it. So put this on here, get as much as whatever you want. You're gonna have to lose either some of your Dahlia or some of your leaves. I'd rather lose a little bit of my leaves, and make sure your words are straight. That's why I stamped my words on there, because you want those to be straight. The flowers, of course, can be however the flowers fall. And then push this through. And now, only because I want it to go with the metal theme, I mean, you could leave this because it's beautiful. And probably if I was gonna leave it, I would have stamped it on some shimmer white or white cardstock. But because I want it to match the metal theme, I am going to heat emboss it. So in the Peaceful Cabin, we'll be working with clear because I want to use it more as an art form. And obviously when you stamp with clear, then there's more things you can do with it. With this one, I'm going to use our metallics little pack, and I'm going to use the silver, but you also get gold and copper. So you can match up with all of our different metallic papers. And you need a Versamark. You'll need a piece of scrap paper. And then you're gonna match, ink up this outline of the Dahlia. I pulled out one of my Versamarks that doesn't look tragically dirty. They just get little bits of stuff from your stamp on it, even if your stamps don't look dirty. But this is a new stamp, so I'm not gonna even have added anything. Now, I am sure that there is probably a way that you could twist this so it matches up even, but you know, life is short and it doesn't matter. So just find a way that doesn't match at all. So if you're not gonna match it at all, then offset the petals, because we're just adding that little highlight of silver over the top. I didn't put it on the matte, because if this doesn't get everywhere, that's okay. I'm going for like a metallic overlay, kind of an industrial look. So if it's not everywhere, it won't matter to me. And you can see now that they're not everywhere, but I want more of that under to show. So this way it will get that. And hopefully the ink has dried enough in my open window house. It's gonna get to like 79 today. And if it gets too hot in here, and my husband, because he told me this morning when he left, we've had a good stretch of about 3 days where we were able to have the windows open, and it was 59 when I got up this morning. But tomorrow it's gonna like start being hot and humid again. It was already a little muggy yesterday. The week before, super muggy. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. So, you know, you hit that point and then your house is so hot and you're like, why did I do that? But I love having the windows open. See, there's the cicadas again. Our kids are already back in school in Indiana. And I feel a little sorry for them, because to me, as a child in Indiana, that's what summer sounds like. And they will never know that because they're already back in school. One of the many reasons to homeschool your children, then they wouldn't have to be back yet. So now I'm going to take the heat gun and just heat this. So if you haven't done this before, super fun. And the silver is a great one for me to show you because it's easy to see it. So don't wave. I know so many of you are wavers. Don't wave. Just hold it here. And while we're doing this, now you can see it change. See right there in the corner? As it changes from the dull silver to that nice, bright, shiny, then move it. And as I'm doing this, I will let you know that my thank you gifts this month are posted on my website. So every time you purchase from me every month, there is a thank you gift. And this month it includes the stars, the gingham ribbon, a project kit, the star-crossed embossing folder. So there's different things that you can earn. You also get in on my VIP project videos. You can get the supplies to stamp along with me. So there's a bunch of stuff always on my website. So every month, go check it out. Isn't that pretty? And you can see right here where it didn't catch all of that silver, but that's fine because I'm going kind of for that rustic industrial, just kind of fun look. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And also this month, if you join my team, if you like my tutorials, and my online classes, my team members get all of those for free all the time. All of my online classes, I have a little Facebook group and you can find all of the tutorials. And if you missed one in the past and you're on my team, then you can take them, go on my Facebook group and find them, even ones from 2 years ago, and then you can watch them now. I'm looking for my paper trimmer. I hadn't trimmed that down to 4 by 5 1/4. So if you join as part of Sale-a-Bration, when you join, the starter kit's always $99. Once you get a starter kit, then you can make all your Stampin' Up! Purchases for 20% off, starting at 20% off. It's not very long before you get the chance to get them at 25% off. But during Sale-a-Bration, you also get to pick any of the bundles from the holiday catalog and add that at no additional cost. So you get $125, free shipping, just tax, a free bundle, and it's $99. You get all my classes for free. You get the packet for my Try It classes for free. So I'm gonna put these on here. I'm gonna do the 2 outsides and have a little border. And then if there's a little border in the middle left, we'll know. And if there isn't, then it'll just fit there in the middle. Kind of depends on how fat you cut your paper. Because you know, 5 1/4 divided by 3 is math. And math robs my joy from stamping. So if I have to do it, then I just kind of wing it. And see, there's no border, but that's okay. We don't have to have a border. Isn't that pretty? So Sale-a-Bration would be a perfect time for you to join our team. We have lots of fun. I have people on my team all the way from California to North Carolina, Michigan, Florida. I'm in Indiana, so we're everywhere. We have some in their 20s, some in their 80s, all different ages. So let's see, let's do the ribbon next. So I have this fun ribbon, and this is from the cabin, the Peaceful Cabin, which is the online class. I am going to do it 3 times. So this is gonna kind of brighten it up. So this would be a great anniversary card, a wedding card, the Oh So Happy For You, a shower card. I think it'd be a great shower card for somebody that's like on a second wedding. So it doesn't look like, you know, a 25-year-old's shower card, but if you have a friend and she's 42 and getting married again, it'd be perfect. But all the information about joining my team is, you can find it on my website, all the benefits that I offer, which there are a lot. We have a great Facebook page. One of the things I do is we have a Stamper of the Month. There's always more than one, but we have one stamp set. I pick it, and then people can volunteer. And if you volunteer and your name gets drawn, then I just send you the stamp set for free. And there's usually 2 of them. There's 2 girls this month, and it was the Sweet Farewell. And I just send it to them, and then their job is to make some fun samples, at least 1 a week, and post it on our page so everybody can be inspired by their samples. So all they have to do is stamp and share, and I give them the stamp sets, and they get to keep them. And sometimes we do have business challenges, so if you want to do it for business, but more than half of my girls just do it for the discount. So we have lots of stamping challenges. One of the prizes that I always do every time is after we do my Try It class. I mean, here it is, girls. They get to go into a drawing just when they finish their projects from my Try It class. So some of you all pay money to do the Try It class and finish them because you paid the money. These girls get to go into a drawing because they posted a sample. I'll post a picture of all the samples that they finished from the Try It class. Because I know some of them just do it because they love to stamp. And that is fine. Isn't that just beautiful? So I'm going to put this on here because that's kind of bulky already. So if you have any information, and if you want any information about signing up, you can ask me and go to my website. Happy to answer any questions. I've been doing this for coming up on 27 years. So obviously I like it. And at some points, like right now, doing it full time. When my daughter was little, did it full time. from the time she was in 9th grade until she graduated from college, which she took 5 years because she was a D1 athlete. I did it just to make just bare minimum, which my minimum was more than just staying active. But for me, it was compared to full time, it was not much. And there were really, all I did was one stamp camp a month, and not every month, but most months in my home. So I've done it always. I've done it with a baby because my daughter had just been born when I started. And now I'm doing it as an empty nester. So I've done it all the ways. All the ways you can be a demonstrator, I've done them all those ways. I've done it with nobody on my team, and now I have lots of people on my team. So is this not beautiful? Look at all that texture, all the different colors. Isn't it perfect? Isn't it great for a second shower card or a silver anniversary or a wedding? I mean, it's beautiful for a wedding because of all that silver. So there you go. So excited for our first ever. I love that I've done this for 27 years and Stampin' Up! Can still throw stuff in there to make it feel like brand new. So I've done this 27 years, and for the first time ever, summer celebration. So if you have any questions, you want to place an order, you'll find the links wherever you are, on my email, on my website, on Facebook. My link's just there. And you can always search the internet for Cheri's cards. Everybody have a great day, and I will catch you back here later. Bye.